Happy Monday, Del Shakes family. Hope you all are doing well. It's David Stradley here, producing artistic director, and we have got our first Beyond Shakespeare event coming up, which it's all about exploring diverse creative voices in conversation with Shakespeare's plays. So this Thursday, April 28th at 7 p.m., we'll be doing a reading of scenes from A Tempest by Aimé Césaire. And I am here with Eric Mills, a member of the Del Shakes Artistic Squad, who will be acting in the event. The event will be held at ArtzScape in downtown Wilmington. It's right at 2nd and Market Street. And tickets are pay what you decide at delshakes.org. So, Eric.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing today?
I am doing well. Glad to be here. Yeah. I'm excited to see this space too. I haven't seen the space yet, the art space. So ArtScape, that'll be fun. Yeah.
So one of the points of Beyond Shakespeare is to expand the conversation around the plays we're producing by including diverse perspectives. The thought being that the experience of viewing the plays is richer when you're considering a multitude of viewpoints. So, Eric, you will be playing Antonio when we produce Shakespeare's The Tempest this summer. And you're reading Prospero in our event on Thursday, focused on Césaire's A Tempest. So I'm just curious, for you, how has engaging with Césaire's text, how has that got things started bouncing around in your head or in your imagination as you are prepping for The Tempest this summer?
It's been really, really great. I had not read A Tempest, Césaire's A Tempest before. And it is so specific in terms of the intention of what they're focused on in terms of telling the story. And it's very different than what we get with Shakespeare's The Tempest. And it's powerful and it's eye-opening. And I've really it's been enlightening, and so I'm very excited to go back to Shakespeare's text and The Tempest, and really, you can't unsee once you see the A Tempest, you can't unsee it. So there's a lot of things in there that will carry with me as I look at The Tempest, and so I will see The Tempest in a bit of a different light. And I haven't looked at Antonio since I've been working on Césaire's A Tempest yet, but that's going to be really exciting to see where it takes me, because my point of view or my understanding of the story and the other character is change, right? To some degree, it is change. You can't, when you see this play, A Tempest, it is, and even just the readings that we're doing, it's very powerful. And the perspective that he takes and the it is strong, and you can't unsee it once you've seen it. So I'm really excited to kind of now go to The Tempest, excuse me, and see what it brings now and where we come from. So Antonio, I'm looking forward to seeing what I find there now.
So while Antonio does appear in Césaire's A Tempest, he doesn't feature in the scenes that we're reading on Thursday. As you mentioned, we're reading 5 short selections in the play, which will intersperse them with conversation with the audience. So that's why on Thursday you're reading Prospero.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm just curious, what's the scenes that you've been reading? You've got one with Ariel and 2 with Caliban. What's been really powerful to your imagination as you've been getting into those scenes?
Again, it is those scenes when you look at it in Shakespeare, and even when you think of The Tempest, the whole play, at least when I do, I think of it more of Prospero's perspective of the story and what's going on. Mm-hmm. In Césaire's A Tempest, and especially in the scenes that we're working on, it is really about Caliban in the one scene that I'm with in Caliban, or the 2 scenes that I'm in with Caliban and Ariel, and their experience. And it is very powerful, and it's the reverse of what we think of, or what I think of when I think of The Tempest. So it's been really an interesting way of looking at the story and the lives of these people and what's going on and what's being said. We have been in the, I'm not giving anything away. We are looking at the Césaire scenes, and then we're also looking at some of the Shakespeare scenes that would be parallel or similar. And it is really interesting to see the difference, because the points of view that we're trying to that one is highlighting as opposed to the other are strong, and it really makes a difference in the text and in the story and about the people. So we learned so much about Caliban and Ariel in A Tempest that we don't learn about so much. So it might be inferred, but we don't see it so much in The Tempest. So that now all that rich material, it's been amazing to kind of get to know them through the eyes of Prospero and everybody else, but to really get to see them. And for me, it's really cool to be able to read Prospero. I mean, it's a great, it's a great role to be able to read. So very excited about it.
So Eric, you are a member of the artistic squad, which means you helped with kind of planning and creating idea behind this Beyond Shakespeare series. I'm just curious, what do you hope the Del Shakes audiences will get out of both this program, but also the programs that are upcoming? And we have our Spanish-English Hamlet reading that we're doing in May, and then 2 poetry slam nights later in the year. What excites you about this Beyond Shakespeare program?
It's really it's the different perspectives. I mean, and it's not, it's the different perspectives from people who are not for Shakespeare, or not, are not what Shakespeare, not the European idea that we have. So, like I say, as Césaire, his piece is so powerful, and the perspective is so different. It is A Tempest, clearly, in terms of the structure and the characters in the story, but it is so different that you almost wouldn't know that it was the same story. So it's really powerful. We're getting this very different perspectives from these writers writing basically the same stories, and the same thing with the Hamlet that'll be coming up, excuse me, in another month or so. Again, it's these amazing perspectives, and I just hope that people find it as eye-opening as I have. I did not expect, although, I mean, yes, in helping planning, this is what we hope for, but I didn't expect that the impact would be as much or as powerful as it has been. Just reading A Tempest and seeing how, I mean, it's kind of cliche now. We say that Shakespeare writes for everyone, right? And you can find something in there to connect with, and it's true. And I think highlighting these other plays only emphasizes that even more. And it's so we see the power of Shakespeare's works, and we see the power of these other people's works too, and we see the different perspectives, because these stories are, again, it's cliche, are universal, in that we all can connect to something in them, that all these stories that Shakespeare writes, and then we get this very strong perspective from these individuals when they take on his plays, and it's so eye-opening. It's really been amazing. So I hope that people go in and they come out and they're thinking, and they're making them question things that they might not have questioned before, and really see things in a light, maybe in someone else's eyes, and that's really the trick, right?
Great. Well, thank you for sharing all that, Eric. I know as the person who's getting ready to direct The Tempest this summer, sitting in on the rehearsals for A Tempest has certainly given me new perspectives and things to think about as we get ready to go into rehearsals in June. So
yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, it just makes it even more. I can't wait to get to that one too, and I'm really looking forward to this Thursday night, and to hear what people who sit in the audience and get to hear what they have to say, because I think for them it'll be either it'll be something that they're familiar with and they'll find it interesting, or it'll be totally new and really eye-opening. So
cool. So again, the reading event is this Thursday, April 28th. Aimé Césaire's A Tempest, reading about 5 or so scenes from the play, and then having conversation with the audience in between about Césaire's choices. Again, it's Thursday, April 28th, 7 p.m. at ArtzScape in downtown Wilmington. Pay What You Decide tickets are available at delshakes.org. So thanks for watching today, and we hope to see some of you this Thursday.
yeah, come out, please come out.